Hello everyone and welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. I decided to build a glamorous cabin out in the woods, and you can get this plot by building the Wizard Cottage. It comes with this beautiful plot that seems as though you're out in the forest. It's beautiful, and I thought that this build would fit brilliantly in this plot. I've decided that I wanted it to have lots of beams and strong structures that are completely made with timber, and this exterior wallpaper was great for it. The snow lodge from the Snow Problem event affords us these lovely windows, and I thought it's great to have them running from top to bottom, allowing occupants a great view of the forest around and about them. I used these doors that fold back as the entrance into this build, so it's super modern, it's glamorous, it's beautiful, and up top we've got an area to sit and get entertained by watching TV. You can see a waterfall on the second floor. We'll see that a lot clearer when we get into the build. And I decided to place this lovely camper van out here. You get this from completing the surfing hobby out on the beach across the Mystery Island, somewhere there. So yes, you can see that the build has a lot of pillars in a way, single 1x1 pillars and so on, that look as though it's holding the build up. And I decided to place a treehouse out back because adults can actually use a treehouse, and that's brilliant. It means that the adults are not excluded from the fun of playing around in a treehouse, especially when you're out camping. You get silly and you have fun and you play and you think you're a kid again. There is a place to sit out at the top here, and we've got the bread and cheese stand. You get that from the French Romance event, and we've got a campfire and a hot tub out back, so a few facilities to enjoy yourself outdoors while you're here. And if you're an indoor person and decided to go camping for some reason, then you can enjoy the glamorous interior. So Lisa is the owner of this beautiful glamorous cabin with her husband Jack. They are both hosting another couple, so there are two couples here, and they're going to have a lovely time over the weekend. This Villa Brown double bifold door can open and stay open or stay closed if you want to, but at the same time a sim can just walk in. Well, she went through the glass. Well, it swings open and allows a sim to go in. That's the idea. There's an area for you to sit down, read a couple of books, speaking of the indoor campers. And there's a lot of green plants here and there, and I thought it was just a nice entrance to have when walking into this cabin. I have a modern mirror on the wall, and we've got these lights that flash down. They are from the Urban collection. It's called the Urban Brown Light. There is a white option and a black option in the game, but they're lovely, against any wall, and gives you that modern look when it's against the wall and switched on. It's beautiful. So you come through this corridor here, and there's a family bathroom downstairs. You have a chest of drawers just before you walk into that bathroom. And we also have a shower for whoever's been outside having fun in the mud or something. And then we have a door across the end of that hallway that allows the Sims to come out here and, access the treehouse and all the facilities out back. The idea obviously here is that everything is wooden, because I believe that the owner of this property built everything out of hewn wood, and so you've got the wooden floors, you've got the wooden bookshelves, you've got the wooden beams beside this fireplace, and the big couch here is brown. This is the couple that she invited to hang out with them over the weekend. And yeah, we've got these beams on the left and right of the fireplace. I thought it was a great idea because it's a double height room, and there's this very little balcony up top where the master room has access to look out over into this space. But also there is a nice feature of mirrors that are supposed to reflect the light from the big windows across the way. As a matter of fact, those windows are actually directly opposite those mirrors, so this space is supposed to really light up during the day, and they have a great view of the outdoors as well. So there's a big TV there for the indoor campers. Once again, that's Jack, her husband, who's gone into the kitchen, and there are two archways near the beams that lead into the kitchen area, and the kitchen is nice and wide. And then we've got the cooker just right behind the fireplace. I thought this was a great idea to place the fireplace there and the cooker against it. So it appears that the cooker and the fireplace make use of the same source, whether it be electricity or fire, you name it. So yeah, that's what I decided to do in the middle there. And then we've got a full dining table that can seat 6. And we've got the units back here where we've got ovens to grill your game or venison or something. And we have this urban sink that also serves as 2 countertops for you to serve food or keep other items on there if you want. There's a fridge, and that completes the entire bottom part of this cabin. Now, I decided that these stairwells, even though they're more preferable for boats, fit brilliantly in this build because they're also made of wood. It was quite easy locating wooden items and basically any piece of furniture that was also brown toned in this build, and I was quite happy with the finished look of wood throughout the build. On this floor we have an area for you to get a good massage, and this waterfall decorative piece here is perfect for the area. There's also these Japanese flute type of looking plants that have water streaming out of them as well on both sides of it. That is in keeping with the look up here on this floor. We also have the visual of the pillars that are holding up the property. So they're not rooms, they're just strong wooden beams holding up the house. I did, of course, break up the wooden pattern just for the master room here. And this is her room, belonging obviously to her and Jack. And they have the little balcony that they can stand and look out onto this beautiful living room down below. And these mirrors to the left and right of the top part of this fireplace are meant to reflect a lot of light around the double height room area because of the big windows that you see right opposite it. Now, the room is obviously an ensuite, and they have a nice white big 3x3 bed, and then they've got their wardrobe just against the fireplace there to cover up the unfinished look of that fire sort of chimney. A couple of seats to the left and right of the wardrobe, and then you have the door that leads into their bathroom as well, that has the brick finish on the interior. We also have a door from the bathroom that comes out onto this little balcony, or the mezzanine, that overlooks the living room area. So it was a nice feature for me to work on. I liked it very much. Usually in some camping homes, there would be the head of a deer on there or something, but looking downward, I just love the way it looks quite compact, because when you're downstairs and you have a view of the kitchen, the living room looks quite spacious, but from up top it looks quite compact and warm. And that's the look on this floor as an overview for you, in case you choose to replicate this in your town. Now, the staircase further to the back on this floor leads up to this area. And yes, there is an actual TV in the game that can go outside. It's got lovely fairy lights on it, but I preferred this TV. It just worked nicely for this style of cabin, in my opinion. And then the backyard beautification event has these lovely little sculptures that you can stick in these planters, and it looks quite nice as a backdrop for the TV. Or you could choose to place a music stereo there if you want to, but I decided to place a jukebox in here, a guitar, and a preteen stereo on the side table here in the corner. But adults can dance to the music that comes out of it as well, so it's not a problem. But it's perfect and small and sits on that corner table there, and I like that very much. Now we have 2 other rooms up here. They are guest rooms, and you can turn them into teen rooms, absolutely. But what I've done, so that I don't have to glitch in this house, is pull this bed forward by just 1 grid so that it can have its own side tables, and you can still get in. So there's a space between the side tables and the curtains. What would have happened before is the bed would be against the wall, as it should be, and then I'd glitch those side tables against the curtains, but I chose not to because I wanted the build to be glitch free, so it's easy to replicate for those of you who are not into glitching. The fuzzy rectangle on the floor is from this fireplace here. It's always the case when you have it below a floor. And this is the bedroom that belongs to the guests that Jack and Lisa have invited to camp out with them this weekend. Placing the bed in a different angle completely allows you not to have a need to glitch anything against those curtains. And this bed is just brilliant because it's made of wood. I've never used this bed before, I don't think I have. But the frame up top has a tree and a fox, which is brilliant for the forest that they're living in. Now this is the bathroom that is shared by both rooms upstairs. And what I've done is place this mud tub from the spa event in here because it's unusual, but you still have a shower if you want to have a proper shower. And other facilities are in place like the sink and the toilet unit. It also has those lights that flash down, making it look modern and edgy. Out this corridor is where you have access to the seats up here, so you can look out into the forest as well, read a book, listen to the chirping of the birds. It's absolutely lovely just thinking about it. And you know, one of my inspirations for building this particular build this weekend is because over the next few weeks of summer, we're going to be going to Africa on holiday. So I know I'm going to be in the dense forest. There's going to be a lot of palm trees, not pine trees. And I think I'm going to have a wonderful time just being out in nature and seeing the animals and so on. I might do a vlog or something. I've never done that before, so don't hold me to it. It's just a thought that popped into my head just the second. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it, but it's quite exciting. And as I say, that's why I built this house, because I've got that trip on my mind. And it's obviously going to be quite hot, so we don't have fireplaces. No, we don't. It's going to be burning. We have temperatures of about 40 something odd degrees and so on. But yeah, now they are sitting down and enjoying a movie, something to do with maybe, I don't know, King Kong or Anaconda. Anything to keep them even more frightened while they're in the woods. But this is true. Watching a movie in the nighttime gives you a more authentic, scary experience. Well, I've made sure that there are lights all around in the house. I got a few comments about that I forget to put lights in. Thank you for that. And as you can see, even the tree house, the tree house has a light of its own. I didn't put that in there. It comes with a light, and that's brilliant. You can also have sleeping bags around this camping site if you want to, but I chose not to. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.